Well, good morning to you. I'm meteorologist Sam Lucy with the latest updates on Hurricane Michael. Now, as we've gone through the morning, it has been strengthening to a Category 2, winds of 100 miles per hour. That was as of the 7 a.m. update this morning. Taking a live look out from our tower cam, we're now at 81 degrees. Winds have picked up just a little bit, now out of the east, about 15 miles per hour. That will be increasing as we head through the day and into the evening tonight, as well as tomorrow too. Picking up some showers and few isolated storms out there running through the southern part of Franklin County as well as Gulf County. Eventually that will be pushing northward as Michael makes the approach to the northern Gulf Coast. Now we have gotten the latest update in. Winds are now 110 miles per hour, maximum wind gust at 130. Pressure 965 millibars, which means the storm is still continuing to strengthen over the open Gulf of Mexico and moving north about 12 miles per hour. You can see over the last several hours how the center of circulation has become much more well defined as we've gone through the morning hours, and now it's really starting to pick up a little bit of intensity and speed going forward. So still a Category 2, however, teetering on that Category 3 status. So as we go through the next couple hours, we do anticipate it strengthening to a Category 3 by this evening, making landfall then as we go into Wednesday. Early Wednesday during the day, maybe right around midday. Either way we look at it though, Wednesday is going to be a very impactful day for us. Category 3 storm by the time it makes landfall, eventually deteriorating as it moves inland, but not quick enough, still looking like a Category 1, making its way through the tri-state region here, and then eventually moving out into the open Atlantic where it will kind of regenerate as an extratropical cyclone along that cold front expected to come through. Now, like I said, impactful day on Wednesday. 9 to 12 foot storm surge possible through Franklin counties and along the Big Bend, basically from Apalachicola down to Cedar Key. 6 to 9 foot storm surge when you head from Destin down to Port St. Joe and areas in southern Gulf Bay, Walton, and parts of even the Okaloosa-Walton County line. It does get down to about 3 to 6 feet over towards Pensacola, but either way, these storm impacts as we head through Wednesday are going to really be an issue for us, which is why we have definitely been encouraging you to evacuate, especially if you are in the mandatory evacuation zones A, B, and C here in Bay County. Now, tropical storm force winds starting tonight over the next several hours. We've already seen wind speeds increase from about 5 to 15 miles per hour just over the last 20 minutes or so. So that's going to continue to increase through the day today. Potential street and river flooding will eventually come tomorrow as those outer rain bands continue, or at least start to impact land, and then continue through the overnight tonight into Wednesday morning and even lingering through the rest of the day. Storm surge that we've just talked about, that 9 to 12 foot feet, that is above ground level, not sea level, above ground level. So that means that it's going to be a huge issue, especially the closer you are to the beaches and the bays. Highest threat for isolated tornadoes does come Wednesday. Could come as early as very late tonight, but definitely into Wednesday as we're expecting Hurricane Michael to make landfall then, and expect major disruptions as well with power, falling trees, and just a whole list of issues that we're going to be dealing with through the day on Wednesday. Now, we have a ton of different watches and warnings for our coastal areas. Hurricane warning, that doesn't expire until we get through the next several days. That has to move through for us, but once that does, we get a lot of that rainfall. That's going to trigger some flash flood warnings potentially, which is why we are under that flash flood watch for the next 36 even to possibly 48 hours. Hurricane watch extends a little bit further inland. As this storm moves inland, it's going to deteriorate pretty quickly, but eventually still, like I said, a Category 1 as it enters kind of the tri-state region here and moving into southeastern Alabama and southwestern Georgia. It'll eventually deteriorate into a tropical storm, which is why those warnings and watches are still out for areas a little bit further inland than what we saw the hurricane watch for. Now, don't forget, we are always updating you here on our Facebook Lives, as well as doing cut-ins through the day today and tomorrow. But don't forget to download our WMBB Viper app. You can always stay up to date on there, as well as following us on social media, WMBB TV, as well as myself, Ross, Justin. We're always posting the latest things and sharing what we can do to keep you safe. So we'll continue to update you here on Facebook, as well as on our website, mypanhandle.com. From News 13, I'm meteorologist Sam Lucy.